Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're aboard the Samurai. The sport fisher operates daily out of H&M Landing in San Diego, California. Well, we're offshore about 100 miles, and right off the bow here we have a big kelp patty. We're going to slide up on it and hopefully hook up to some yellowtail. You never know what else might be here. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. This week's episode of Sport Fishing is brought to you by Shakespeare Rods and Reels, Cajun Red Fishing Line, Fluger Reels, Cabela's, America's Outfitter, Game Saver, and Blue Cross of California Foundation. I'm working a poly jig. Just cast out a poly jig right on the kelp right there. Made about 2 cranks and the yellows are on it. Here he is right here. The dark, they look like little salmon. Oh, bonito. Big bonehead.
Oh, bonito. Bonito. Oh, it's turned to bonito.
It's a big bonito.
Uh-oh.
These things taste good. You just have to cook the white meat on them. Cut out the dark meat. But this is a poly jig. Just fishing right up on the surface. First fish of the day. All right.
Oh, he was hard to get a hold of, man. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys, we're still biting. Coming down. He's coming straight at me. Can I bounce him? Yeah, I can. Big yellow. Hang on, don't bounce. Hang on, guys. Come on. Okay, bring it back around here. No, you ain't going there. It's a one-handed gaff move.
Okay, we're sliding up on this kelp patty again. It's right here on the port side. Guys been doing pretty good on it. I'm gonna throw this metal jig on it right now. It's a Magic Metal. This is a 3 3/8 model. Got 25-pound test Cajun red line, Shakespeare ugly stick tiger rod, and Fluger reel. And all I wanna do is cast it right past the jig and let it fall a little bit. I'm just throwing that jig right out there past the kelp patty. And just let it sink a tiny bit. And the fish have been holding right on it, so I'm gonna wind it right back. Just kind of crank it pretty fast so you can get a yellow come up and chase it.
Yeah, there we go. My other pole if that line's not strong enough. Coming up. My fish coming to the boat. This is a good one. I think it's hot. I'm gonna bounce him. Let me bounce him.
Yeah, he's on, man. Throw him over, dude. You got room. Out there.
Oh. I'm coming, I'm coming. Let me get him. Let me get here. Hold on. Press it up. He's gonna lay out now. Oh, you gotta keep him in the water. I know. successfully processed a 5-pound yellowtail in my life.
Stick it out.
I'm just gonna die from gaff holes eventually.
I only got him once. I had a good gaff the first time. I got him right in the head.
He's been spiked and bled.
Stop. Let me get on the side of you. Hold on. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, see?
Get around the corner.
We're on the corner. All right, round tip in the water. Move back up. Move back up. Why did you go? Why did you go? Why did you go? Don't let him get any slack. Why did you go all the way up to the bow? Perfect. Why did you go? Why did you go? Don't get any slack. Oh, come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Change
Just start
direction.
pulling up.
Keep working him. Why did you
Your
go?
line's
Why
not
did you
coming
go?
in. Just pull.
Oh, we see some real deep color.
There you go, like that.
Pump and reel, man. Pump and reel. Change the boats. There you go. Oh yeah, there you go.
Really good.
Coming down, guys. Coming down. Pulls up.
Still running.
Yeah.
Good work. Yeah.
Fish Fact is brought to you by Eagle Claw.
Yellowtail range from British Columbia to Chile. They can get as big as 5 feet in length and weigh up to 100 pounds. They feed on anchovies, sardines, mackerel, and squid. They are second only to the elusive albacore as a popular game fish.
Just like that. Wind down. Every time you lower the rod, turn the handle. Just like that. If he runs around the corner, just slide in the corner. There, right there. There you go. There he is, deep color. Got color. Is it your first yellowtail? There you go.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Just like that. You want to leave his head in the water.
Yeah, nice yellow.
There you go. Leave his head in the water right there. There you go. Very first yellowtail. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The fish was stuck in the kelp, and the skipper came down and worked the fish out for the angler. We just put the line in free spool, let the fish swim out of the kelp, just like we do calico bass fishing at the islands. The same technique worked here offshore, and you got this quality fish thanks to the skipper. Congratulations. Got bonito right here on the jig. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to catch these fish. You get in a bite like this. This is a magic metal jig. This is a bonito. And these taste good. You just have to be careful how you prepare them. But I want to show you really quick how easy they are to catch. All I'm going to do is just take this jig, got a 30-pound test Cajun red line, ugly stick tiger rod, fluger reel. Just going to throw it off the stern here, off the corner. Let it hit the water. And all you do with this is you let it sink for about a count of 5 or 10, put the reel in gear, hold the rod, and just crank. And when the fish are up on the surface like this, you really can't go too fast. Just kind of working it back to the boat. And usually they hit it right there as it comes back to the boat. Oh, there's fallers right there. Right there. See the fish come up. And try it again. Just throw it back. This time I work it a little bit slower. Oh, there it goes, right there. 2 cranks and I got bit. Now once you get bit, put the rod in front of you and just lift. You just fight it like normal. Got him right here. Just gonna bounce him up. And you're using the heavier gear like this, you can power the fish. Magic metal jig, 3 3/8 ounce. This is a glow in the dark with blue. 30-pound test Cajun red line, the tiger rod. Just a deadly combination on these fish. If these were yellowtail or albacore, we'd be able to do the same thing. But it's pretty easy fishing here. Let's take a little break from the action and visit the tackle box and show you up close the rods and reels and the gear that we use for this type of fishing. This week, the tackle box is brought to you by Shakespeare, manufacturer of America's best-selling fishing rod, the Ugly Stick. This week in the tackle box, I want to talk to you about what we're doing today. We're offshore fishing, hunting for kelp patties, looking for Dorado, yellowtail. A reel like this, a fluger reel with 12, 15-pound test line, works great. And catch those school-sized yellows on this all day long. It's a light rod. You see me catch calico bass with this all the time. But I tell you, when you're on a small boat like this, there's no hurry to bring those fish in. It's deep water, usually over 1,000 feet deep. So you don't have to worry about the fish running down and cutting you off. You can take your time, fight the fish. It's a lot of fun. I got a 12-pound test line on here. Might use 15 sometimes, but 12-pound test is fine. If I see there's lots of bigger fish, I'll probably tie on a piece of 20 or 25-pound leader, Cajun red line, and it'll work fine. It's a light outfit rod, Ugly Stick light rod, and just all you're doing is making short casts with live bait, live sardines, and letting it swim. Now, if I do see some bigger fish, I'll move up to a larger reel like this, fluger reel, star drag reel, makes it nice and convenient. Fishing 25, maybe even 30-pound test if I see the really big fish around, but 25-pound test is more than enough. Match it up with the Ugly Stick Tiger rod. This is all you need for offshore local fishing. You could even use 30-pound test line on this and catch the smaller striped marlin that we have locally. I wouldn't be afraid to do that. But again, you want to go 60, 80-pound test leader on top of this if you're bill fishing. But for today, we're just hunting for yellowtail, Dorado under the kelps, and outfits like this work great. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action here on Sport Fishing. We just got bit right now. I'm fishing real light gear. This is like my calico bass gear. Got a fluger reel filled with 14-pound test Cajun red line, Ugly Stick Tiger light rod. This is our inshore series rod, the cork tape on it. And we're fishing this kelp patty over here on the starboard side. And we're sliding up toward our stern. We got about 3 or 4 fish going right now. Now, I'm fishing a fly line bait with the eagle claw hook. With a sardine, this fish is just taking line. These aren't really big fish, so I'm fishing the lighter line. And when you're fishing offshore like this, we're in water, it's a couple thousand feet deep. You don't have to worry about getting cut off on the bottom. Just trying to keep the fish away from the kelp because I won't be able to really muster them out of there. Okay, I got one line inside here. Here he is. Just gonna lay him back, lay him back. Okay, we got a couple of lines on here, so I'm gonna try to bring them up fast here. Nice little yellow. Oh, he doesn't like the boat. Doesn't like the boat. That's it. All right. Nice gap. This is a hook I'm using. This is a pin hook made by Eagle Claw, red color hook. This is why you have to keep the tension on there all the time. That hook, even though it looks like it's in there well, it's barely hooked in the jaw, but because we were able to keep pressure on it, we kept that hook in the fish really good. Cajun red line, and just really a light outfit. Ugly Stick Tiger light rod, fluger reel 14-pound test line. You know, when the fish was up to color like that, most people would go ahead and tighten down the drags. That's when you can lose a lot of fish. You got to believe in your equipment. I knew this was good, strong line. I knew the rod would do the job, but just let the gear do its job, and the deckhand did a great job. We stuck the fish right up here by the head. Nice fish. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more exciting action aboard the Samurai, offshore fishing for yellowtail. Nice job. This week, the galley is brought to you by Dan Hernandez dipping sauces and the Baja style fish batter. This week in the galley, I have a neat recipe for you. We're going to cook up some bonito. Now, in my cookbook, when you find this recipe, it's going to be talking about using tuna. And just in case you didn't know, bonito is part of the tuna family. So I'm going to show you a nice simple dish here. And the first thing you should know about working with bonito is that there's parts of the meat that taste way better than the other parts. So this is what the bonito looks like on the one side. You can see all the lines on it, tells you what it is. And what I like to do, cut these up, is cut out the bloodline, this big dark spot that's in the middle of the fish. Just want to cut that right out. And that's where all the dry blood is, and it doesn't taste that good. It won't hurt you if you eat it, but it really hurts the flavor of the fish. And I'd like to take my knife, come in here on the other side, just run the knife underneath the meat, and just scrape it off. Take all that skin off. Just like that. Okay, at this point, all you want to do now is add a little bit of spices to it. You can go with the traditional salt, a little bit of pepper, just to your flavor, however you like to taste. What I like to do is add some of my spice. I have a spice and rub blend. I have a couple of different flavors. This is one of them. Let's add that on there. And then all we're going to do is put this right on the grill. Now, whenever you're working with a grill like this, you want to make sure the fish doesn't stick, because fish will stick to a pan. So just spray on a little oil. And I'm using this sort of pan because it's got the grooves on it, so the fish will stay up off it. Just lay that on there. That sounds so good. Well, you can smell that. We'll just let this cook for a little bit. You know, this is bonito. Bonito is a really good eating fish. The problem with bonito, it can get mushy if you don't ice it right away, or if you leave it in your gunny sack all day and you don't bother cleaning it, or leave it on your boat. You want to always carry a little bag of ice with you on your boat, so when you catch a bonito, bleed it really quick, throw it on ice, and you get beautiful looking fish like this. This just looks wonderful. It's cooking really nice. Just let this cook for a little bit longer. And because we use a little spray oil on here, the fish is just cooking nice. It's not sticking at all. It's looking really good. Well, just because I don't believe you can ever put too much lemon lime on fish, just a touch more. And before we finish this, I just want to add a little bit more of my rub spices on there. Just put that on the flavor. It really adds to it. That's great. Oh man, this just looks so good. I wish you could smell it. Just really smells delicious. Okay, this looks done. Just gonna go ahead and grab a piece here to show you. See how nice and flaky it is? And people just don't understand how good bonito is. That's all it is, like that. And just to finish it, you can eat it just like this, but what I like to do is take some of my dipping sauce. This particular one I'm gonna use is the wasabi flavor. And I poured a little piece here. Just gonna take a piece of this fish. Just look how flaky that is. That just looks great. Dip it in there. Mmm. You can do this with any tuna, but bonito, I tell you, this bonito tastes so good. It's just a really simple fish to cook. Remember, the whole trick about bonito is once you catch it, you want to chill it quickly, clean it nice, cut out all that dark meat, only cook up the white meat, and you'll get a beautiful looking dish like this. It tastes really great. Well, let's get back on the water, show you more exciting action here on Sport Fishing.
He's coming. Oh, you're getting He's coming in. I see him now. Every time he sees that boat, he turns around and goes straight down.
I'll tell you where he's going tonight.
Oh. Hey, hang on. Hey, let loose on this line.
Good job, man. Get a color going there.
Can you wind that line in, boss? Oh, wait. Don't wind it. Don't wind it. Don't pull. Don't pull. Sucker. There we go. Nice fish. Coming up. Come on in.
This week, the tip of the week is brought to you by Magic Metal Jigs and B52 Bucktail Jigs. For this week's tip of the week, I want to talk to you a little bit about being versatile when you're offshore like this, kelp patty fishing. Now, one of the best baits to use is a metal jig. This here is a Magic Metal. These are 3 3/8 models. 3 3/8 and 4 1/2 are my favorite models when I'm fishing offshore like this. What's great about these is you can cast them out as the skipper's driving right up to the kelp patty. You can cast out off the bow, let it just sink a little bit and grind it back. Doesn't matter if it's bonito, yellowtail, even albacore tuna. They really love these metal jigs as you run them back to the boat. That's this week's tip of the week. Well, we had a great time fishing today aboard the Samurai. We had a big variety of fish, bonito, yellowtail, even a few albacore. It was a great trip. The crew did a great job, and all our people had a great time on the boat. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week when we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.